guys, it's Rosemary Gardner from Busy Budgeter. So I wanted to pop in real quick and talk about what social media platforms matter for 2019. So the two that matter in 2019 are going to be Pinterest and Google. Now, the reason why these are such a big deal is because they are user to content traffic sources. So there's two different types of traffic sources that you can go after, right? One is user to user. That would be Facebook, meaning that people are on Facebook to see what other people are doing, right? Like who's dating who had babies, what their ex-boyfriend is doing. And when people are doing that, blogs and brands can totally slip in there and, put their message on there. But for the most part, that's not really what makes the platform thrive, and that's not why people are going there. Matter of fact, people typically don't like blogs and brands on there because it distracts from getting updates from their friends. Now, on the other side of that, look at Google and look at Pinterest. Literally the sole purpose of those two platforms is to read blog posts. You can't do anything else on either platform except for read blog posts. So those two platforms need you. They need good content to thrive. Now, could they change the algorithm a little bit? Yeah. Could they change the algorithm to favor Susie instead of you? Absolutely. But for the most part, they need good content. And so it's your job just to make sure that you have good content on those platforms. Now, on the opposite side, Facebook doesn't really need you. They do need your ad revenue money, which is a whole different thing. But they don't necessarily need ad revenue of blogs and brands either, which is like a whole nother topic. They need ad revenue from large, huge players. Now, that being said, we use Facebook ads. Did we use Facebook ads in the beginning? No. We were making about $20,000 a month before we ever even attempted to use Facebook ads. Now, if I could go back, I would do Facebook ads a lot earlier. Not super early, but I should have been doing that a lot earlier than I did. That being said, let's talk about a few things. How do you make traction on those two platforms? Well, one is just knowing what the platforms are so you can focus on them. You don't have to go to your Facebook page and schedule a million posts to update for the next 2 weeks, which you're probably not going to have time to answer anyway, even if people do respond. And if you go look at our Facebook page, it is literally dead. I don't even know the last time it's been updated, probably a year or two ago. And it doesn't affect me working with brands and sponsors. Now, it definitely might affect you working with brands and sponsors if you're brand new. So if that's something that you're really interested in doing, I'm not saying you should totally let your page go. Personally, I would, and I would not focus on brands and sponsors, and I would focus on basically your email list, affiliates, and products, because I think that has the best ROI. So the reason why the ROI matters is because it lets you work limited hours for really, really good income. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm building this business to be as sustainable, self-sustainable as possible, so that I can do what I love to do, which is to help people, but also I really just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I love this business, but I don't want this business to be my life. I don't want to work 65 hours a week. I don't want to miss out on all of the soccer games and all of the school plays because I'm always working. Like, I want to make this a 10-hour-a-week business forever and ever, where I get to help people and I get to change people's lives, but I also just get to be a stay-at-home mom. So it's really, really important for me not to waste time in areas that aren't going to really benefit people. And I think that Facebook pages, even Facebook groups a little bit, are kind of really where that time is going. It's kind of being wasted on lower ROI activities. Now, how do you get traction in those two areas, in Google and Pinterest? So there's a couple of things. One, great content is always going to rise to the top. You have to write better content than everybody has out there, which takes time, right? You cannot be knocking out 3 posts a week, particularly on my hours. You cannot be knocking out 3 posts a week that are just absolutely phenomenal and better than everybody else's content. So it's quality over content. It's writing posts that might take a month to write, but when it's released, it is the best of the best on that subject. 2, unique angles. What makes you different than whoever is writing about this? Do you know what I mean? Like, are you a vegan mom, but you're also a vegan mom who works 50 hours a week? So like you need fast, quick, and easy vegan. Are you a mom? I'm thinking of Jennifer Rosskamp, who's amazing, but are you a mom of like 7 to 10 children and you were living on like $14,000 a year or something crazy like that? That is your unique angle. You know how to make do with very, very little. That's your unique angle. So come up with something about the way that you write or who you write to that is super, super unique, and that people are going to really respond to and resonate with you because they're the same as you. And then the third thing is that all posts really need to solve problems. If it doesn't solve a problem, it's probably not going to do very good. Now, you could go after like curiosity clicks or clickbait and say just something outrageous, but long term, that's got pretty low ROI too, because you really want to build your business. You know what I mean? You want to build a platform and not just get quick advertising dollars or quick affiliate dollars. And then the last thing is that you need to do keyword research, either on Pinterest or Google. The good news is that they're getting more and more similar. So it used to be you had to do totally separate things for Pinterest, totally separate things for SEO. We still treat them separate. We still do different things for Pinterest than we do for SEO, but they're getting closer and closer. And I would say within the next couple of years, they're probably going to be almost identical. So that being said, you can invest in courses on Pinterest. You can invest in a course on SEO. But the important part is that you take the time to learn those algorithms. And if you cannot afford a course on either of those, that's okay too. Do you know what you do? You just A/B test it. You get in there, you write an article, you do a lot of free research on, I think it would be difficult to learn SEO without a course, for the record. It was really difficult for me with a course, so I don't want to attempt that without a course. But for Pinterest, I learned Pinterest without a course. I just went in there and I A/B tested it. So I wrote the article, and I put it out there, and I tried different things, and I saw what was working, and I saw what wasn't, and I was constantly just tweaking things based on what was working and what wasn't, so that over time I was constantly getting better. All right, so that is my 7 minutes for today. But if you guys have any questions, respond back. And I'm going to try to do more of these because they're so much easier to write the newsletters. And I think it gets the point across better. Okay, bye.